In the realm of cryptozoology, where the search for undiscovered creatures like Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, blends science, folklore, and the paranormal, certain individuals have shared personal accounts that push the boundaries of conventional understanding. Two notable figures, Dr. Mathew Johnson and Adam Davies, have recounted experiences involving supernatural elements tied to Bigfoot. Dr. Johnson, a clinical psychologist, describes interactions with Sasquatch that include remarkable healing properties, while Adam Davies, a seasoned explorer and cryptozoologist, details a harrowing confrontation with entities emerging from what appeared to be an interdimensional portal. These narratives, drawn from interviews, podcasts, and online discussions, highlight the shift in some Bigfoot research toward metaphysical explanations rather than purely biological ones. This report examines these claims, synthesizing available accounts while emphasizing their anecdotal nature. Johnson transitioned from skepticism to active research, founding the Southern Oregon Habituation Area, SOHA, to facilitate ongoing interactions with what he calls forest people. One of the most striking assertions is Johnson's claim that a Sasquatch entity, telepathically communicating and named Zorth, assisted in healing his cancer. According to accounts, Johnson was facing a serious health diagnosis when he experienced interventions from the creature, which involved physical contact or proximity that allegedly contributed to his recovery. He has described Sasquatch as possessing abilities to cloak themselves, rendering them invisible through some form of energy manipulation, and to perform healings, sometimes through gentle touches like head rubs during habituation sessions. These interactions, Johnson suggests, extend beyond mere observation, implying a benevolent relationship where the creatures offer therapeutic benefits, possibly alleviating physical ailments or emotional trauma. Critics within the Bigfoot community have questioned these claims, pointing to a lack of empirical evidence and suggesting they veer into pseudoscience or even exploitation, as Johnson has offered guided expeditions and healing experiences for a fee. Nonetheless, Johnson maintains that these encounters have transformed his life, turning a frightening initial sighting into an ongoing dialogue with interdimensional or highly advanced beings capable of profound acts of compassion. Adam Davies, a British explorer known for global expeditions in search of cryptids like the Yeti and Orang Pendek, ventured into North American Bigfoot territory in 2014. Invited to Dr. Johnson's Soha site in southern Oregon, Davies and researcher John Carlson aimed to gather evidence of Sasquatch activity. What unfolded, however, was a multi-night confrontation with entities that Davies later described as portal predators or guards, blending Bigfoot lore with concepts of interdimensional travel. On the first night, around 2:30 a.m., a glowing mist appeared roughly 8,100 feet from their camp, intensifying into a fiery red-orange portal that revealed a desolate, rocky landscape with twisted trees. From this opening emerged two short, stocky black figures, about 1 meter tall, with glowing red eyes and a ragged aura. The creatures advanced aggressively, prompting Davies and Carlson to repel them using flashlight beams and verbal rebukes invoking divine protection, which caused the entities to retreat temporarily. The portal and mist would reform multiple times, leading to repeated charges that the duo interpreted as hostile attempts to approach or harm them. The second night mirrored the first, with the phenomena recurring at the same hour. Exhausted from lack of sleep, Davies and Carlson endured an ongoing cycle of the portal opening, creatures emerging, and their defensive actions forcing retreats. They avoided provoking a full charge, as had occurred previously, but the relentless appearances drained them physically and mentally. Dawn brought relief, as the entities vanished with the light. In the aftermath, Dr. Johnson provided an alternative interpretation, claiming a juvenile Sasquatch contacted him in a dream to explain that the beings were guardians of the portal, charging aggressively to prevent Davies and Carlson from entering a perilous alternate realm, essentially a protective bluff. Davies and Carlson, however, rejected this, viewing the creatures as malevolent and unrelated to benevolent forest people. They speculated on links to missing persons cases in forests, like those documented by David Paulides. To preserve reputations, the group initially kept details private, though Davies later incorporated elements into his fiction novel Portals and Monsters as a cathartic outlet. Implications and context. These accounts from Johnson and Davies represent a subset of Bigfoot narratives that incorporate paranormal themes. These accounts from Johnson and Davies represent a subset of Bigfoot narratives that incorporate paranormal themes such as healing energies, cloaking, and portals, diverging from traditional views of Sasquatch as elusive primates. While fascinating, they rely on personal testimony without verifiable proof, sparking debate among researchers. Some see them as expansions of human understanding, while others caution against blending fact with fantasy. As with many cryptozoological claims, they invite further investigation but underscore the subjective nature of extraordinary experiences in remote wilderness settings. Donald Fuller from Valorview News has asked investigators like Steve Culls to get a straight-up answer from Adam Davies as far as did Johnson serve them a Kool-Aid and were being fed suggestion while in a hypno-hallucinative state of the doctor's liking? Or was this more phooey to add to the growing pile of doogie? We will never know. The money-making opportunities are endless when the Sasquatch question never gets answered.